Well, mine's kind of just general. It's not just video games, but yeah, sure.
Okay. I mean, I know that yours
Characters
is more,
in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mine is, what are some things that characters do in video games, movies, TV shows, etc. They're just really annoying and dumb. That just kind of irk you when you see it happen. Like for me, one of the things that I cannot stand is like you have your characters sneaking along and they're getting ready for an ambush or something like that, and then they come out and they start screaming as they run out. How is that an ambush? You just alerted the entire camp to your presence.
My first thought is Lydia in Skyrim when you do that. Like she does it all the time.
How is that an ambush?
These are tropes that are just...
I know, and it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
So
I actually have a couple on a list here that I can throw off the top of my head. So you guys actually reminded me of one, and that would be in Pokemon Sword and Shield Hop, his poop dance that he does. That drives me up the wall. I mean, the animation just is the worst. But that's not really something that, is like a character mechanic or whatever. That's just them. I don't think they were thinking, like, hey, it looks like he's constipated. But that's beside the point. But anyways, the one that I thought of right away when you brought this up was any quest where you have to follow the NPC and they walk too slow to run, but too fast to walk.
Elder Scrolls.
And so you have to, like, constantly go from sprint to crawl. Sprint to crawl.
Where the AI is so bad where they just start running in opposite directions.
That's another one. We could go with that as well. But
Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Okay.
They do that quite a bit in Morrowind?
Oh, my gosh.
I just know playing any game, it drives me absolutely insane.
Where you have to find a guy who can die very easily to anything and lead them, across the map to a town or something. And you move. Normal running is way too fast. They're the slowest things ever.
Yeah.
And if you get too far away from them, they just start doing circles and go in a different direction. And if you lose them, you'll lose them.
Oh, no, dude.
And if there's any, like, monsters next to them, like, they'll just go out of their way, pull out a sword, and go attack them. And I was wearing something called the Boots of Blinding Speed.
Now, that sounds like a personal problem.
Well, they're the best boots in the game.
Yeah, so, I'm just... I don't know. I feel like that's probably my main one is when
frustration.
It's definitely frustrating. But...
Or like when the character's AI, they go to like follow a path, but their path tracing is just horrible. So like I've had it before where I've been playing, of course, Skyrim, because the AI in Elder Scrolls is just
running into a wall.
Running into a wall, or what I was gonna say was when they run off of a cliff and die. Have you had that happen?
Sure.
I've had that happen before where it's like, oh hey, follow me. So I go to follow them, and of course it's my first issue where they're super freaking slow. Or they're, or they have you follow them and they decide to just walk off a cliff and they die, and then it's like, oh, quest failed. I'm like, I'm sorry, but how if I, like, come on, like, just please put a little effort into your AI, please.
Well, a lot of it did get a little bit better,
and
they moved a little bit quicker too. But like, you jump off a cliff, say, and then they stop, like, oh, I can't do that, and they go just sprinting like in the opposite direction to go around this huge path. You just gotta wait for them.
See, at that point, it's almost as better to fast travel somewhere nearby and they'll show up. But yeah, I've definitely had that where they just get lost. Like I'll be climbing up a mountain or something, and I'm like, where is my companion at? Because when I play Skyrim on PC now, I have 2 modded companions that I bring in because they're just fantastic. I love the modded ones, right? But even then, it's still the same AI path tracing where I was like, where's Sophia? My companion, I was like, where the heck is she? Like, she's just gone. And I was streaming it, and I specifically remember we went, I think it was 4 days of stream, where I just couldn't find her. Even with the map marker, like, she would show up as next to me, but she wouldn't be there. That's funny. And then one day, she just came running up. And I'm like, where the heck have you been? Like, what did you get stuck on? Because, like, it said that she was inside at one point. Like, she was, like, stuck in a building. And I'm like, she never left the building. But I'm sitting there like, where the heck have you been? Because it was literally 4 nights of stream. When I stream for 6 to 8 hours a night, that's a long time to be lost. Yeah. And that's with me fast traveling and with me, waiting, like by, the wait function where it's like wait 5 hours or whatever. Like,
it's also a mod though.
I don't know.
That might have something to do with it.
Well, I think it uses the same
back in the Morrowind days,
though.
that happened and it was just normal.
See, but that's just insane to me that they can get lost for like 4 or 5 days, and it's like, oh yeah, the marker showing them is here, as inside the building.
We didn't have markers back then.
I know. Modern gamers are spoiled.
You are.
Yeah.
Freaking boomer over here. No, but
I put the good stuff. Sorry.
It's one of those things where that's definitely one on my list. Is holy crap! Like, are you kidding me? And then there's other ones like in Pokemon where they will go out of their way. I swear to God, and you can agree with this. Like when you have to do, like double battles with AI trainers, it's like they go out of their way to pick the worst Pokemon for the matchup. Like they will specifically they'll switch out to a fire type if you're fighting water. It's like, why would you do this? Like, please, like just use your brain. Like just some of that stuff.
It want to be a challenge for you.
I get it, but no one in their right mind should ever do that. So it's just the lack of AI logic, I guess, would be.
Sure.
Yeah. That's another one.
AI in general for video games can be frustrating.
Can be.
Yeah.
I think for me, when I think of annoying like character tropes, I think of like Zenitsu from Demon Slayer.
I think of lots of anime, but yeah.
But like lots of anime do it, but I think a lot of them I've seen that do those characters are way more tolerable. But Demon Slayer,
annoying.
I love Demon Slayer.
Super annoying.
I think it's one of my favorite shows right now.
Sleep forever.
But he's very annoying, and I really hope they do something with that character to where like he kind of gets redeemed. I think they are going to. I think he is supposed to be hated
where the
like
plot
this.
Goes, it gets better.
Yeah,
but
I can tell like it was. I can tell like how much I hated him at first. Like it's a deliberate thing. Like
it's a trope character.
Yeah.
And that's usually where the annoyances come from in anime.
Yeah, but like just his obsession with like girls and like Nezuko later on, it's just like, and like how he's like, just runs up to them and like cries all the time, and it's like, dude, just shut up.
The crying gets really annoying.
You know where I thought this was gonna go is when my friends way back in the day were trying to get me into anime. This is one thing that really bugged me. Is when the character would like turn away from the group and have a monologue to themselves, and like
I love those.
I hate it. That drove me nuts.
Sometimes it's really funny.
Even in Pokemon, like Ash will turn around. I can't do this without. I'm like, no, just shut up. Like
I love the inner. I think one show that does inner dialogue really well is Way of the House Husband, when he's like talking to himself and it's like going through like the scenarios. And,
wait, so the three of you like that?
Yeah,
if it's done right.
I think it's done right. Yeah,
it bugs me, man. Like. It's in any. It's not even just like the anime stuff. It's like in anything where they
Pokemon
do that.
Does it well.
It adds more story and character development to like silence.
It does, and I get why they do it, but it's just in my mind. I'm thinking like, why are you just like this is stupid? Like if I.
Well, that's the thing. You're thinking. People are always thinking. You just don't hear it.
Yeah.
No, and I know that's the thing. Like they're just saying out loud what their thought process is, so you can kind of like get to.
Not always saying it out loud either. Sometimes it's internal.
Well, that's true as well. Yeah, I mean you can hear their thought process, but I don't know that, and I get why they do it. Is so you know what's going on in their head, and it's part of the story. It's part of the character. I understand that. I know, but it's one of those things where when they
Personal
do it,
preference.
it's one of those things. It's one of those things that just it bugs me.
Yeah.
You know, if we're gonna talk about annoying things characters do, that's one for my list.
But like,
okay,
it's weird though, because like obviously that character trope in general is kind of annoying, but like I look at Zenitsu from Demon Slayer, and then I look at a character like Minato or what is
Mineta?
Mineta?
Oh, Mineta.
From My Hero Academia, and I think that character's hilarious, but they're like the same character, and
it's
I don't
just
know
how it's done. Like Zenitsu is more annoying.
Yes.
Mineta is more the lecherous pervert. Who is there specifically like to get his butt kicked by people.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of funny sometimes.
Yeah, I love that.
Zenitsu's
like,
just annoying.
Yeah.
It's true.
But then he has his moments where he's like, when he stays asleep.
Where he actually, goes behind himself and becomes a hero a little bit.
Yeah, when he's asleep and he's like quiet and then becomes like super dope. Like,
oh, that's a great character. I love that. I just wish it was always that time. So
I know,
never
right?
wake up.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, in the movie,
he's like he's like a different person when he's asleep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and he's like a really BA character.
Is it like a multiple personality disorder?
It's like unconscious like trained behavior.
Yeah.
Like he's so afraid when he's awake or whatever that just goes out the window when he's asleep. So he's like unconsciously moves around. It's like sleepwalking still.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's like super BA and kills like everything.
The scene in the movie when he like wakes up when Nezuko's like getting beat up, and he just like goes to the whole train and you see the
slashes
lightning.
to the old train and
I was
destroys
like,
everything. But
that is awesome. Like, why can't he be like this all the time? He's such a dope character when he's doing that stuff, but when he's like crying about stuff all the time,
that's like a cool character like trait. I just wish it didn't have to do it with the annoying side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it was just like two different,
Yeah, like
I'm
he was
weak
just a normal
or
guy. Oh yeah.
and strong when I'm asleep, not just
Yeah.
I cry all the time. It's freaking annoying, and then I'm cool when I'm
Mm-hmm.
asleep. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Going to that, like, just the annoying characters get me for the sake of just some stupid reason or trope, Like, I'm specifically thinking of, like, Black Clover, like Asta. The first, like, 20 episodes or more, like, he just screams all the time for no reason. Everything he does, he just screams. And it almost made me stop watching the show. Like, it was so annoying. It's gotten a bit better throughout the series, but that kind of stuff, or I can't remember the guy's name that he fights during the Magic Knights like process, whatever, that does makes that stupid noise all the time.
I know you're talking about the Buiha guy.
Yeah.
Like
for
like
what
the
reason?
Mantis or whatever he's like. He
He's
joins
a
the Green
Mantis
Mantis
or whatever, but yeah, and he works for the king now. Or but he just makes like a stupid noise, like he says it all the time now, like, after his sentences and stuff. Like it's so stupid. I don't get it.
Oh, my first thought.
It's just an anime trope that I've never liked.
Yeah, my first thought when you say that is that really crappy movie Kung Pao.
It is a crappy movie.
It is a crappy movie.
It's a crappy movie, but I know it was made to be crappy. But my first thought is like that chick, like she says something, like like at the end of every sentence, there's a wee at the end of like when she's done talking.
Yeah.
Like just this stupid stuff like that. See, I think that's funny. Like that adds.
That was meant to be funny.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This is just meant to be annoying. To
Oh,
a
so they were like
no
serious.
No one's supposed to like this character.
Oh, so they were serious
He's
with
a
that
stupid
one.
character, so that's the point.
I was gonna say because that movie, like when they do that, is funny.
Yeah.
But I guess that was meant to be a comedy.
That was meant to be stupid.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that kind of stuff with just character tropes like that. That are made to be annoying just bother me. I don't know.
Yeah. Another one I can think of is when in a video game, like, you are going to go fight a boss or something. You have a companion. And it's obviously like a boss that you're supposed to fight with ranged weapons, and they just go with a sword or a hammer. They're like, all right, we're going to get up. They just die right away. It's like, okay, how about you?
That's AI.
You don't just run in with a hammer against this giant, right? Like, how about we stay back and shoot him with bows? You ever think about that? Or use the gun? Why go in with a knife?
Yeah, that's more character.
And I get that's another thing though, where I'm like, why? If you guys are gonna let me rant, I'm just I can come up with reasons.
I get it.
No, some other things that I actually struggle with, kind of going back to yours, I actually hate it in anime when they have the nosebleeds, when they see somebody hot. I cannot stand that.
I think that's funny.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
I love that.
I get it.
I get it, but I hate it.
Whenever, like, they're super attracted to someone or, like, they see something, they call it ecchi, so it's like fan service.
Yeah.
Okay.
They get nosebleeds.
Yeah, it's a funny thing.
Why?
Because
I don't know
they
why,
can't contain
actually.
this stuff, like, they're so
it's just like an anime
attracted that their blood vessels burst or something.
I have never once seen a chick and been like, "Oh my god, she's so hot." And
It's like
it's funny.
It's like getting red, like when you get red or embarrassed or whatever. But
like when you
it's
blush.
It's like that.
Except with a
but
nosebleed.
It goes over the top. Like it's so bad the blush that it causes you to bleed.
Yeah, I think
like so much blood goes to your face, when you blush. But it's such an excess that it comes out their nose.
I love it. I think that's
it
funny.
can be done
I think
well.
Naruto does it hilariously.
But a lot of them are just overdone, and it's dumb.
How can that be done well, though?
Naruto does it really well.
It's humor when they do it. Like, if it's in a comedy, I can take it. But if it's in a serious type show, it just ruins it for me.
I think,
although there's a couple, like, nonchalant ones where, I don't know, some, beautiful woman walks in or whatever, and it's a very serious scene, too, and it's a serious character, and you just see them, like, all right, let's go, and they just, like, wipe their nose a little bit.
Yeah, what show is that?
I can't remember what it is.
I know what you're talking about.
Like, it's super nonchalant, and you could, miss it if you don't look.
I know what you're talking about.
Though. I think that works.
I'm trying to think of what show it is, because I know what you're talking about. I think we've watched it together.
These are, like, super, I don't know, this character, I can't remember what this anime is, but this character is very, like, stern, calm and collected. They don't have emotional outbursts or anything. So it was very subtle, but it was very like, holy crap, that was hilarious.
It wasn't Full Metal, was it?
I don't think so.
I can't think of it. I've seen it. I know what you're talking about.
I've seen it too, exactly what he's describing. I can't think of it, though.
It's very nonchalant.
Yeah.
It's just like...
And it was very well done.
No, that was funny.
Just a little bit of, like, blood on his nose.
That made me laugh. I love that, and I love when Naruto does it because it's just like a trick he learned like way early on as like a stupid kid, and it's like
wants to wipe his nose.
No. He transforms into like a girl version of himself, like an adult girl that's like just like covering like
it's like fog that's covering her, but she's naked.
But she's like naked, and it's like a ninja technique. He calls it sexy jutsu, and like
it's to confuse his opponent or like throw him off, and then he can like kill them.
Yeah, it's really funny.
It's really dumb. It's just a trope.
The first two
what
times,
do you guys watch?
The first few times he does it, he like does it in front of the Hokage, which is like the most esteemed person in the village, and he's like nose starts bleeding. It's really funny.
It's just there for comedic value.
Yeah,
it's
really that's all it is.
Honestly, like it probably sounds way worse describing it. You'd have to actually see it.
I would have to admit
that's a lot of anime though.
Yeah,
it sounds like what the heck are you watching?
Well, it's like that stupid one you guys brought up.
It's literally just anime cliches though.
What was that one you guys brought up the other week? And I just thought it was the stupidest thing. And you're like, no, you would like it. Where the guy is like,
the way the house,
husband.
Dude, season 2 just came out a couple days ago.
Is it?
Where the guy like
when is it dubbed?
Tomorrow, after group, we're gonna watch some. I think.
Is it dubbed?
No. Oh yeah, it is. It's all dubbed.
Sick.
I don't know if we're gonna watch it tomorrow, but maybe we'll see.
I'm down.
Literally, I think you would like that show.
It is really funny.
You should actually give it a shot.
You'd have to watch it with a group, and then just get your take on it a little bit. It's so funny though.
Yeah, we should totally watch that. I think
it's so funny.
we should do that thing we're playing on tomorrow,
Boss
and then
Lady.
Go to small group and then watch it after that. And you should come with us.
I don't know. We might be playing some volleyball. We'll see.
It's gonna be awesome.
I will have to do a live stream tomorrow night, and I'm not gonna go watch anime instead.
Sometime you'll have to watch a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, we better move on for the sake of time.